Hi guys, welcome to 4th grade math. Today we are on pages 99 through 100. Today is a super easy lesson. We're talking about measures of time. So it should look like this. We're talking about our measures of time. So I have a huge poster that I'm going to lift up right now. This has all the information that is in the yellow box at the top of your paper. So that yellow box, that's information that you're going to need to know, you're going to need to memorize. Most of these you already know, so whew, it's nothing new. There's just a couple down at the bottom that you may not know yet, but you will after today. So the first one is that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. 60 seconds in 1 minute. So that's the little hand that goes around your watch really, really fast. That's the second hand. 60 seconds in 1 minute. The big hand on a clock, that one is the minute hand. And when it goes around your clock, it ticks around 60 times because there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So 60 minutes in 1 hour. And the hour hand is your big hand. It goes around your clock 24 times to equal 1 day. So there are 24 hours in a day. 24 hours in a day. For a week, there are 7 days in a week. That DA, that's the abbreviation for day, 7 days in 1 week. There are about 52 weeks in a year. So we have about 52 of those periods of 7 days, about 52 groups of 7 days in 1 year. For days in a year, we have 365 days in a normal year. So most of the time, our years are 365 days. But every now and then, we have something called a leap year. And then we have 366 days because we add a day to the year. Which month gets our added day? February, that's good. February. So we have a leap year. The month of February has how many days in a leap year? 29. Very good. And that happens every 4 years we have a leap year. So I believe our last one was 2020, right? Yeah, last year, I think. And the next one will be 2024. There are 12 months in a year. 12 months in a year. Can you name all the months? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. You probably named them in Spanish, but anyway. Then we have 10 years in a decade. Now this is one that might be newer to you. 10 years in a decade. Remember we've talked about decameters and how that means you have 10 meters? Well, here we have decade. 10 years in a decade. Then we have 20 years in 1 score of years. Now this is not used very often. We don't say score very much, but sometimes we do. So if we say a score of years, we're talking about 20 years. Then 1 century, see that cen, like cien, that's 100 years. So 100 years in a century. We do use century a lot. So we would say if we're in the 19th century, we're talking about the years 800. If we're in the 20th century, the years 1900, so on and so forth. So right now, we're in the 21st century. Then if we want to talk about millennium, see the word meal right there? That's 1,000 years for meal, millennium. All right, you'll want to practice those measures that are there at the top of your paper because you will use them for conversions. So on your paper on page 99, exercise 1 says fill in the blanks. So you are going to fill in the blanks with the correct measure. Try your best to do it without looking in the yellow box, and then look in the yellow box to make sure that your answers are correct. If you can't remember it, then you can go ahead and look in the yellow box before you write it down. Number 2 says, write the pairs of factors for these numbers. Use the factoring chart if necessary. Now I think you guys are probably good to go, but if you need to, go back and look at that box That was on pages, I believe it was 95. Yeah, page 95. Okay, excuse me. The first one they give you is 10. Now for each number, they're very nice and they give you the correct number of blanks that you need for each particular number. And I forgot the blank for 12, I just realized that. So they give you the number of blanks you need. So this shows me that I'm looking for 2 pairs of factors with 10. Now I know my multiplication tables pretty well, I think. I think you do too, right? So I think we can do this. What numbers, when I multiply them together, equal 10? What's the first pair? Always start with 1, okay? Because that's a given. Always start with 1. 1 times what equals 10? 1 times 10 equals 10. Good. Okay, now just go in numerical order. Go with the next number, 2. Does 2 times something equal 10? Yeah, it does. 2 times what equals 10? 2 times 5. And that's it, because we ran out of blanks, so that means there are no other numbers. If you wanted to think about it, can 3 go into 10? No. 4? No. And then we're up to 5, so we have to stop there. So we're good to go, we're done. 6. Let's always start with 1. 1 times what? 1 times 6. Okay, then let's try 2. Does 2 times something equal 6? Yeah, 2 times 3. And that's it, we're done. Okay, let's try 4. Start with 1. 1 times what equals 4? 1 times 4. Now let's go to 2. 2 times what equals 4? 2 times 2, good. And that's it. Now you always have a hint that you're done for when you don't have these lines and you're not sure how many pairs of factors. When your numbers are right next to each other or they're the same. That means there aren't going to be any more numbers. All right, 12. Let's start with 1. 1 times what? 1 times 12. Okay, let's try the next number, 2. Does 2 times something equal 12? Yes, 2 times 6. Okay, let's try 3. 3 times what equals 12? 3 times 4, very good. Oops. And I know I'm done. Okay, so you're gonna finish up this exercise, do the factors of 9, 8, and 5. Number 3, divide and check. We're just gonna go through letter B together to give you kind of a reminder. So 625 divided by 43. Let's start with, I know I'm going to use 4 to estimate. Can I divide 6 by 43? No, it's too small. How about 62 by 43? Yes. So I'm going to put my first number over the 2. How many times could 4 go into 6? 1 time. So that means 43 most likely goes into 62 1 time. Multiply. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract. I have to borrow, leaving me with 5 over here, making this 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. 5 minus 4 is 1. Then I compare, is 19 less than 43? Yes, it is, so I can bring down my 5. So now I try dividing 4 into 19. How many times? 4, very good. So I'll put my 4 over the 5. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. Now I subtract. 5 minus 2 is 3. 9 minus 7 is 2. Is 23 less than 43? Sure is. so it is my remainder because there's nothing else to bring down. Now to check, I multiply my answer by my divisor. So I'm going to multiply 14 by 43. And it doesn't matter which number is on the top and which number is on the bottom. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry my 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Now I can't put a number here, I have to move over. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Add that up. 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 plus 6 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 602. Am I done? No, because I have a remainder. So when I get this answer, I have to add my remainder. 2 plus 3 is 5. 0 plus 2 is 2. And 6 down at the bottom. So does 625 match my answer? Yes. So I know it is correct. All right, so that's how you'll do letters A and C as well. Number 4 on page 100 says write the missing terms. So letter A, blank times 7 equals 28. So think to yourself, okay, what times 7 is 28? If you can't remember, divide 28 by 7 and you'll get the right answer. So you just need to fill in the blanks there. Let me know if you need any help. Number 5, follow the signs. Add the numerators, keep the denominator the same, or subtract the numerators, keep the denominator the same. If you get 0 as a numerator, it means you have no more fraction. Number 6, find the products and work carefully. Number 7, write the factory pairs of these numbers. Use the factoring chart if necessary. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing that you did for section 2. Okay? And then section 8 says write all the different factors for these numbers. So just use, you're doing the same one as the ones up top. Just remember to just go down and then up. Write them out. Okay? And they give you the correct number of blanks that you need. That is all for this lesson, okay? It's been fun teaching you guys. Have a great day. I love you. Bye.